Hello and welcome to Yoga in Missoula. My name's Susan and I'm just one of the many people that is bringing this show to you about hatha yoga and the resources in our community where we can take hatha yoga classes. We have many exciting topics today to talk to you about. We're going to talk about the different styles of hatha yoga. We're also going to have a follow-along, a 10-minute follow-along of yoga that you can do in your home. We're also going to talk about possible questions you may have for starting a hatha yoga practice. But first, let's go to a brief history of yoga. Let's go to the word yoga itself. It translates from Sanskrit as union, the attainment of unity. Human beings are made up of three components, body, mind, and spirit. When we practice hatha yoga, that helps bring all those three components into harmony. Later we'll discuss how each of those three components is enhanced through practice. At first glance, hatha yoga may seem like some new contortionist aerobic routine, but actually it's been around for thousands of years. There are different opinions as to the date the East Indian sage Patanjali first wrote down the Yoga Sutras, the most fundamental text on yoga. The most commonly accepted date is 4,000 years ago. Hatha yoga is not a religion. You don't have to be Buddhist or Hindu, be a vegetarian, or change your name to Swami to practice hatha yoga. Yoga enhances any spiritual practice you may choose to follow already. Before beginning any type of exercise program, you may need to consult with your doctor, especially if you've had high blood pressure, a bad back, a bad knee, or any other joint-related problems. It's always recommended to find a teacher and a class that's right for your needs and abilities. On today's show, we'll talk about the different styles of hatha yoga. We'll also have a short exercise, 10 minutes, you can do at home. But first, let's look at any possible questions you have about starting your hatha yoga practice.
Hi, I'm Andrea and this is Celeste, and we're here just to talk about a few questions that some people might have to get started with their yoga practice. How do I get started? I don't even know where to begin practicing yoga.
Well, there are many books available now. If any bookstore you go into, they'll have a section on yoga, and you can pick up one of those, or even at the public library, you could get a book there, check it out, and read a little bit about it, so you'll start to know more questions to ask. And then we have a comprehensive list of yoga teachers in Missoula that you could use to call people and ask them questions, see if you can go to their class and observe, or even just try one out. Go gentle and find your own way into it.
Do I need any special clothes, or should I bring anything from home?
Well, it's good to wear loose clothing, something that, no belts or Levi's, blue jeans, just loose, or dance clothes or running shorts. And be sure you're in a nice warm room, or dress appropriately. Keep yourself warm because your muscles are more pliable then. And maybe bring your own special blanket or mat or favorite beach towel to lie on when you're on the floor.
Okay. Is there a better time of day I should practice yoga than others?
Well, in the mornings, it's a good way to start your day. Get stretched out and start breathing, and before you go off to work or your appointments. But you'll find you're a little more stiff in the morning, so go easy. If you've been having a good long day and you have some time in the evening, you'll be more relaxed and loose, and you'll find it's really different from the morning to the evening. But in the evening, it's a good way to unwind from a busy day.
So do you have any suggestions of where I could practice?
Well, I'd like to say that just finishing this yoga schedule, there are many places in Missoula. Most of the athletic clubs have some yoga classes going on. The university has campus rec classes and one course that's for credit. Adult Continuing Ed has a class with a woman who's a chiropractor teaching. And Parks and Rec has a class going periodically. And then there are several private studios around town. So most important, I think, is to learn a variety of yoga and learn how to practice by yourself. so that you can have it for the rest of your life.
So if I go and take a class, what can I expect? How long is a typical yoga class?
Well, classes will range from an hour to 2 hours, 1 hour to 2 hours. And some are offered once a week, and some are offered throughout the whole week. You could go every day. I think it's a wise idea to take several different classes, not all at the same time, but over a period of a year or two to learn about the different types of yoga. And if you can find the time to practice every day for a while, even 2 weeks or a month of everyday practice, well, you'll discover a lot of things about yourself and your body that you wouldn't find as quickly if you were doing the class just once a week. So however it can work into your life, it'll be of great benefit.
So my health club offers hatha yoga and power yoga. Can you tell me the difference?
Well, most of the yoga classes are hatha yoga. Hatha yoga is about your physical body and your physical well-being. Power yoga is a very kind of active, more aerobic, actually, series of hatha yoga postures or asanas. So they're related, but there are many ways of doing hatha yoga, and power yoga is one of those ways.
Thanks, Celeste.
You're welcome, Andrea.
Hi, my name is Vicki. I'm going to talk to you now on the various styles of hatha yoga. This is the limb of yoga most practiced in the West. Hatha yoga concentrates on physical postures called asanas. Within hatha yoga exists many different styles of practice. We are lucky here in Missoula to offer a variety of classes in all of the styles of hatha yoga. There are classes that focus on relaxation, classes for gentle stretching, and classes that are more for strenuous workouts. As in any form of exercise, if you know the rules and stay within your limits, you won't injure yourself. Let's start with the most vigorous style, Vinyasa yoga, which includes Ashtanga yoga and power yoga. This yoga combines a series of flowing postures with a rhythmic breathing for an intense workout. Next, we have Iyengar yoga, named after B.K.S. Iyengar, an East Indian man who brought yoga to the West in the 20th century. He also developed the use of props such as straps, bolsters, and blocks to help students open fully into postures. Poses are held for a longer amount of time than in Vinyasa yoga. Teachers of Iyengar concentrate on the precise placement and alignment of the body. An Iyengar class will probably offer different postures in every class. Next is Bikram's yoga. This is the style that I teach. It's another form of hatha yoga, and it's named after Bikram Choudhury, who came to America 30 years ago from Calcutta, India. His routine is carefully thought out, and it's a series of 26 postures. Bikram prescribes teaching in a heated room. This allows for enhanced muscle flexibility, release of toxins through the skin by sweating, and ultimately warms the body to prevent injury. Each class is 90 minutes and is meant to work every muscle and every bodily system, including the skeletal system. Swarupa yoga is a softer yoga. It emphasizes opening the spine. It also promotes healing and transformation. It is slow and gentle. Phoenix Rising yoga therapy consists of assisted yoga postures and guided breathing. The teacher and the client work closely together, creating a very healing experience for the client. There are gentle yoga classes, which obviously are yoga postures on the gentle, nurturing side. These poses are most likely the easiest variation of postures, and they are held for a longer time, allowing you to really relax into each pose. These classes are a great way to slow down in this fast-paced world of ours. If you are interested in taking a yoga class that labels itself as hatha yoga, first contact the teacher. Chances are they are combining styles. Ask how long the poses are held and if it's more vigorous or more meditative. And try attending a few different classes to find out which one best matches your needs.
Hi, my name is Andrea, and I'm here to review a book and 2 videos. This is the entire Yoga Journal Yoga Practice series, which consists of 6 videos, and today we're going to look at 2 of them, the one for energy and the one for beginners. The beginners tape is a wonderful tape for beginners. Patricia Walden is the yoga instructor, and she does a very good job of presenting the yoga basics step by step. She also has a 52-page booklet that comes with the video, and that also details each of the postures as well. This is a lengthy and thorough practice, and I would recommend this for beginners, but I would also recommend it for the intermediate or advanced student that's not exactly sure of proper alignment. This is a great foundation in yoga. The energy series happens to be my favorite one. The reason why I like it so much is because there's an absence of verbal instruction. So as an intermediate student, that's really nice for me because it helps me focus on my breath and it helps me focus on my posture. Rodney Yee will cue you for the poses, but he does not break it down step by step of each individual posture. It's filmed beautifully in Maui, and it has 5 different segments, which are reflective of the cycles of the earth and the sun. There's awakening, which is a slow, gentle stretch. The second segment is centering, which is a series of standing poses. The third segment is creativity, which are sun salutations. And the fourth segment, reflection, which is a series of cooling forward bends. And the last segment is surrender, which is a deep relaxation. This is really nice because once you get to know the tape, you can choose which segment you want, or you can do the whole section. So I really highly recommend this tape. The whole series is wonderful. The reason why I like them so much is because you can watch them over and over again without getting bored. And it really speaks to the intermediate, beginner, and advanced student, and it helps them evolve in their practice. The next thing I would like to review is the book Yoga the Iyengar Way. This is a wonderful book because it has something for everyone who's interested in yoga and at every level. The book is divided into 3 parts, body, mind, and soul. And the soul part, I'll just go backwards. The soul part talks about meditation. The mind talks a little bit about the yoga philosophy. And then the bulk of the book is about the body, and it has the asanas, or the postures. The nice thing about this is each posture is labeled 1 diamond or 4 diamonds. 1 diamond being the easiest, 4 diamonds being the most difficult. So you can look at this book and evolve and grow into your yoga routine by doing the different varieties of postures. It's also nice because each posture has the Sanskrit word in Sanskrit and in English, and it really is a nice book because it shows you how to get into the posture. It's not just a one step. Sometimes they'll have 3, 4, or 5 different pictures to show you every step along the way. This is a wonderful, wonderful book, and it should be in anyone's library who's interested in yoga.
For this portion of the show, we've set aside about 10 minutes so you can follow along with us as we demonstrate 2 yoga postures. If you'd like to join us, go ahead and take your shoes off. Find a level surface to stand on, and be sure you can see the television set without straining. Go ahead and stand up, bringing your feet together. Like Sarah, feet and ankles together, or 6 inches apart like Ruth. We're going to start by lifting the toes and spreading them wide like fingers, and then setting them back down on the mat. Feeling the balance between your front and back and side to side on your feet. You can bend your knees slightly, pressing your feet into the floor, feeling your feet grounding on the mat. Grounding in the toes, the ball of the heel, the ball of the foot, and the heel. And come up. Opening the backs of the knees and lifting the thighs, having active and strong legs. Then come up to your shoulders and roll your shoulders back. Let your arms relax and the palms of your hands facing your thighs. A 90-degree angle between your chin and your chest. What this does, you have good alignment. Your spine is straight and your head is sitting on top when you have this 90-degree angle. Eyes relaxed on a point in front of you. Relaxing your eyes on a point in front of you gets your brain focused and calm, ready for the rest of the practice. You're doing yoga. You're doing the mountain pose, Tadasana. Take a couple of breaths in this posture. You can breathe in and out through your nose, making the inhale and exhale complete. Trying to breathe all the way from down here. The next posture we're going to do is half moon with hands to feet pose. I'm going to get Sarah to demonstrate the 4 different movements we're going to do just quickly. She's going to inhale and bring her hands over her head. We're going to go to the right for 10 counts. We're going to go to the left for 10 counts. We'll go back and forward. And those 10 counts it's just a reference. You don't feel like you have to stay in the 10 counts as long as we do. Come out of that, because we're trying to cultivate body awareness. You should listen to your body and decide what's right for you. So our spine went 4 different directions. It's good to have that at the beginning of a yoga practice to stretch your spine, and our arms are lifted and air is coming into our lungs. Inhale and bring your arms over your head. Sarah will bring her palms together, interlacing her fingers, and Ruth is having her hands parallel to each other but apart. And go to the right. Your arms are going to the right, your pelvis is going over to the left. Eyes relaxed on a point in front of you, remembering to breathe. Micro movements, you still get the benefits of the posture if you just make the movement small. Inhale and come up. Stand on both feet. And then go to the other side. Relax into the posture. Breathing. Inhale and come up. And exhale, bring your arms down. We're going to describe how to get into this part of the posture, going back. Ruth, inhale and bring your arms up. Ruth is now going to look up at the ceiling. And if you feel like letting your head drop back, you can do that. And then the pelvis will be pushed forward. Micro movements. And then inhale and come up. Let's try that. Inhale and bring your arms up, either interlacing your fingers, palms together, or palms parallel. Look up at the ceiling. And then if you want, let your head drop back, your pelvis pushed to the front. You can exaggerate exhales through your mouth. Anytime you do a back bend, you want to relieve pressure in your chest. Inhale and come up. And exhale, bring your arms down to your side. We're going to demonstrate the next part of this posture. Inhale and bring your arms up, Ruth. Now Ruth is going to go over with a flat back. Exhaling, and her pelvis goes back. Her knees are bending. And if you like to go further, you can by letting your head drop. You're stretching from your tailbone out through your head, creating space in your vertebrae. When you're ready to come up, press your feet into the floor. Use the strength of your lower back. Inhale. You can come up with your pelvis and your lower back. It's like a hinge on a door. And let's try that. Go ahead and stand on both feet. Relaxed point for your eyes to focus on. And inhale, bringing your arms up. Parallel arms or palms together. Exhale and fold over with a flat back. You can start bending your knees, letting your head hang down, creating space. You can bring your hands behind the heels like Sarah, or you can keep your arms out straight. Keeping your eyes open. You don't want to fall down. When you're ready to come up, bring your arms on either side of your head. Use the strength of your lower back and your pelvis. Inhale and exhale and relax. Stand in both feet. Breathing. We're going to do a second set of half moon with hands to feet pose. Inhale and bring your arms up. And go over to the right. Torso to the right, pelvis to the left, standing, grounding in your feet. Eyes relaxed on a point in front of you. Breathing. It's very important to breathe. You could do this posture holding your breath, but why would you want to? Inhale and come up to the center, standing in both feet, and over to the left. Breathing. See the half moon. And inhale and come up, standing in both feet. You can bring your arms down to relax, or let's just go on with the next part of the posture. Look up with your eyes, and if you want, let your head drop back, pushing your pelvis to the front. You're in your heels. Exaggerated exhales through your mouth. 10 counts is just a reference. If you feel like coming out of that sooner, please do. Inhale and come up. And fold over with a flat back. You can let your knees bend. Knees and forehead are meeting. You're bending from your tailbone, creating space all the way down your vertebrae to your head. Eyes open, breathing. When you're ready to come up, bring your arms on either side of your head, using the hinge of your lower back and your pelvis. Inhale and come up. And exhale, arms down, and release. Maybe you've just practiced those postures with us, or maybe you're going to wait till after the show to practice those. When you do practice, when you're beginning to do new postures, we're concentrating, and we often hold our breath, which is not what we want to do. We want to remember to breathe. That's the most important thing. To remember to breathe, inhaling and exhaling completely, and also listening to your body. You're not competing with anybody else. You're not competing with yourself. Body and breath awareness is one of the main things we want to learn by practicing yoga. So just remember that, breath and listening to yourself.
On our next show, we'll talk about and demonstrate different types of hatha yoga postures that go into building a complete yoga routine, as well as sharing some book and video resources and reviews with you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. If you've enjoyed watching Yoga in Missoula and you'd like to share your comments and suggestions, or to receive a comprehensive schedule of yoga classes in Missoula, write to Susan Robertson, P.O. Box 8833, Missoula, Montana 59807.